Hey, how y'all doing today, man? First thing first, thank you for your love and your support. I highly appreciate it. I can't express it enough. Real talk, real shit, man. So, anyways, y'all, this is part three to the secret agenda. A lot of people been asking me if I can do 4 or 5 parts. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mind at all because there's so much information that I have learned, done research, and that I don't mind at all sharing at all. So I just want to first start off, y'all, by saying that as y'all don't know already, my occupation is a truck driver. I drive state to state. Okay, so it's safe to say I've probably been to every state. And when I to give y'all a correct, accurate answer, some of the states I never really stayed in. Far as like I actually went to a hotel or a motel, or I ate food there, or spent a couple days there. I drove through a lot of states. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I literally drove through a lot of states to get to where I was going, to drop off my shipment or to receive another shipment to bring back to Cali. So I've been to different states to states. And on my research, I've told y'all and I tell y'all right now, I noticed that almost in every state, when the moon comes up, the moon is different. You know what I'm saying? Like I noticed the moon changes when you drive from Long Beach to Utah. The moon changes when you drive from Utah to Fruger, Colorado. The moon changes. If you are in Denver, Colorado, and you look at the moon in Fruger, Colorado, those are two different moons. Okay, when you drive from Denver, Colorado to Nebraska, you have a CGI moon look like. Okay, that's exactly what the moon looks like. CGI, right? When you drive from Nebraska to Indiana, you at sometimes don't even get a moon, and that's something that nobody ever talks about. For all my people in that's in Indiana, right? I challenge y'all to the month challenge that I just created as we speak, right? You have a whole month, and out that whole month, right? Because I done been to Indiana so many times, man. Indiana is one of those places they be having horses walk around. They kind of old school with stuff. I love their CVS because you could get like all the disinfectant spray, all that good shit that they don't be having. You could get there for like a cheaper price, right? So when I go to Indiana, I get a room. I always have to make one of my stops in Indiana. There's been times where you don't even see the fucking moon. So if you are in Indiana, please comment below. And if you are, right, I just challenge you to, out the whole month, to to go outside and see if you see the moon in a month. Because I guarantee out that month, it's gonna be at least one time you don't even get a moon. So when I drive from Indiana, Nebraska to Indiana, and then from Indiana to fucking what is that? Chicago, right? Chicago to fucking Pittsburgh. You get what I'm talking about? When I go that route, the moon is like so fucking different. But then when I go the other route, when I go to Texas, to Oklahoma, to you know what I'm saying? When I go that route, the moon is like fucking different. So then it came to me at the end of the day that we don't there's not one moon that we are looking at. There is a CGI moon that we've been looking at. Okay? That's exactly what it is. It came to me that we do not have the same moon. We have different moons. This is why they don't want to talk about this. And everybody who subbed to me, a lot of us are in different states. So we can easily take a picture of the moon tonight and start comparing them. The moons is fucking different in different states. I'm telling y'all. Okay? Now, which brings me to my next thing, man. I haven't made a video about NASA. You know what I mean? Because for different reasons, y'all. Because when people say traveling to space is fake, that's a topic that I don't believe in. So, do I believe these astronauts that we watch on TV and these space shuttles are going to space? Absolutely not. Do I believe that they have a way to get to space? Yes, I do. Is space what we're watching on TV? Absolutely not. Is there a man? Is the moon? If there is a moon, right? When we see the moon always appear like we can run to it real fast. But the further we run to it, the further the moon keeps moving, 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 moving. You see what I'm saying? So, do I believe that the Columbia crash was real? Absolutely not. Do I believe that people are getting on these space shuttles and it's shutting out to space, to the moon? Absolutely not. I do not believe it. But do I believe that space is real? Yes, I do. Okay? Because each one of those, how they try to put it, these spaces from Saturn, Neptune, you know what I mean, and all these space they saying, each one of those I believe at some point has some realness to it. Now those are planets, right? Are places that they make to appear like it's space, but it's way easier getting there than we know, right? Because in reality, we're not allowed to go on the whole world. The world is much bigger than what they make letting it out to be. They making it out to be like you got your little 50 states in America, you got Russia, you got China, you got all of this and just cover the whole world. In reality, no, the world is probably like 4 to 5 times bigger than that. So can you? And I feel like the parts on the world that we are not allowed to travel on, you know what I mean? You got restrictions and all of that. That's what I consider what space is. That's the shit that they don't want us knowing about because it's a lot of secrets there. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine, right? Let's just speak hypothetically, right? Your loved one is killed. And as soon as they killed they immediately, right, go through a fucking like tunnel, right? And with that tunnel, they're like being instantly rebirthed into like another body. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the transformation like that. Can you imagine that? Right? Because it seemed like some unreal, surreal, off the wall shit, right? Because in my opinion, I believe that it's like that. Okay, it's a reason why that when they bring up stuff, y'all gotta understand. There's some truth to everything that they bring up, right? There's some truth to aliens, right? They may not look how they design them to look on TV, but there's some truth to that, right? There's some truth to a lot of stuff, y'all. You know what I mean? Time traveling. You know what I mean? I done seen people on social media predict what's going to happen are the daily three numbers, right? And I'd be like, it's something weird about that, right? Because if you could predict what's going to happen in the daily three numbers, why won't you pick the super lotto, right? And so when I got to finally communicate with one, dude picked out 718 and I played it box, right? And it came out 718, right? And the reason why they play it straight is because he said the minute I give you some information like that and you play it and it come real, understand that you are going to owe something. So you can play 718 box because you only gonna get like 40 something dollars. But when you play 718 straight, you gonna get like $400 to $500. And I'm like, man, what's the difference? It's just little money. He said, no, the difference is you gotta understand that you cannot play with time. You see what I'm talking about? They say time don't wait for no man, time don't wait for no woman and whatnot like that. But at the end of the day, they're constantly fooling time. You know what I'm saying? He's saying you so stuck on at that time it was 2019 and the guy was telling me he was in 2032. You get what I'm talking about? But he wouldn't give too much information, y'all, on like what cars was going to come out and stuff like that. But all the little information he gave, you know what I'm saying? The little shit came true. And I must have couldn't go to sleep for like a week. Cause like I couldn't excuse me, man. I mean, I couldn't really go to sleep for like a week, man. Like that shit was like heavy on my mind. Like what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is out there? Because supposedly real soon there's gonna be a group of people that's gonna get together, supposedly, from a different social media platform the week they haven't came out yet. That's gonna be really, really big. And they're going to storm across the world to discover more land and more parts of the world. And that's the part of the world where the ozone layer isn't fucked up and all this other shit where it isn't a sun, quote unquote, is actually considered Saturn. Okay? That's exactly what it is. And so this is the reason why they do this. Because if you talk about spaceships, space shuttles, and going to space, it gives us as humans hope that we one day will never die. In reality, that's the whole thing about because if we know we're going to die, right? You know you're going to die, right? What's the best thing about living if you know you're going to die? The possibility that maybe in your time someone will create something where you will never die because everybody down there is afraid and don't want to die. So if you mean to tell me that y'all keep coming out with this technology, we went closer to space and all of this stuff, they got this medicine and make you age slow and all of that. You know what I'm talking about? This is the reason why we donate and put our hard work and money into NASA because we hope in the way that we can prolong our death and ultimately not die. You know what I'm saying? They try to make it seem like it's the world is going to blow up one day. The world is going to explode and In all of this stuff, they trying to make it seem like, you know what I mean? Even when y'all watch the fucking videos, y'all see the people floating around and the shit is so goddamn fake, it's out this world crazy. That's why you gotta be selected privately and to be selected to even ride space. Like when the Tesla dude talking about he wanna bring some people with him, this and that. I'm telling y'all, right? I'm signing up for that shit. You know what I mean? I know I won't get picked, but I'm gonna sign up for the shit because I know it's fake. You know what I'm talking about? What they're going to do is inject us with some medicine to put us to sleep. We're going to be on a spaceship stimulator, right? They're pretending like we're flying and going through the effects and we blacked out and this, and that, but we landed safely. And then when we get out, we're going to talk about our experience. But in reality, we felt like that shit was going on because it was never fucking going on to begin with. You see what I'm talking about? It was never going on to begin with, but that's all they literally going to do, and that's if they select real people. All of these people are puppets. They are in on it. You know what I'm saying? They are in on it. We're not like that. You can never see motherfucker nigga William on First Street in a fucking space shuttle. You know what I mean? You can't get me a Compton nigga on a space shuttle with Tesla, dude. Like, you know what I mean? That shit ain't fucking happening. They know that shit. That's why they do it like that. But y'all gonna have a lot of dumb motherfuckers that think that shit is real. Oh, they going to space like this shit. That's what they nigga y'all going in a stimulator that y'all feel like is space. This is why we gotta wake up, man. And the minute it's gonna get to the point they're gonna be forced to not to give us answers. They're gonna be forced to fucking make us live in a real reality when we start exposing this shit. You know what I'm saying? They try to make it seem like the world been around for all these years. They always do that by fake historical bones, and they put in museums and all of that fake ass slave stories. And people to this day, man, that's my next video, man. People to this day ask me about slavery. And I'm telling y'all straight up, I don't believe in that shit. So excuse me in advance, man, if y'all got a problem with that, because when I drop that video, I'm telling y'all straight up, I don't believe that shit. I don't care about. There's always somebody got a story about their ancestor being a part of the slavery. In my opinion, they just got their ass beat. You know what I mean? And then you have liars too in people's family. That's why we never know the truth too, because you got innocent people like us that fuck around and go around and lie to each other. We can never know the truth if we keep fucking lying. We are going to expose motherfuckers and get the truth. We first have to stop lying to each other. That's the first thing. Saying you know this rapper, or you knew this rapper, or you knew this celebrity, and you knew that, and you got ancestors and all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. If you go lie, we ain't gonna know the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta kind of pick your poison when it comes to conversation with people. I tell y'all all the time, man, it's kind of hard to keep a conversation with me. You know what I'm talking about? Because I'm not on that. LeBron James scored this many points tonight. Y'all watching the fight tonight. You know what I'm talking about? I'm all business, like, you know what I mean, in a fun way. I'm all fun at the same time. You know what I'm talking about? But I ain't in all that TV shit and all of that. I'm not saying I don't watch TV, because I'll be lying. I still watch TV. You know what I'm talking about? For entertaining purposes only. Meaning that when I watch TV, I understand it is fake. I don't take none of that shit serious. I don't watch the news. I understand that shit is fake. I don't believe in none of that shit. You know what I'm talking about? That's all fake. That's the program and control. That's where Pac came from, and we're not like that. So, anyways, man, much love and respect to y'all. Behind closed doors, I am working with someone right now on a YouTube video about a Kill the MC being Tupac. Okay, and we just trying to do our best to get this video out everywhere, because we can break this fucking fake ass matrix when you first get niggas to realize that Tupac never died. That's the first step. The second step is getting motherfuckers to get off this fake ass Beyonce trend. Much love and respect. Y'all have a good night.